Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking, and in today's video slash review, I shall be talking about a certain mobile suit from Mobile Suit Gundam, the original series from back in 78, 78, I believe, 78 or 79. My cruising the days with Alien, but whatever. Which is the good old Dom slash Rick Dom, which I shall not have the parts for the Rick Dom out, because I might have to make that a entirely separate review. Although I'll still show off one of the accessories that goes with the Rick Dom loadout per se. And the model kit's pretty good, even though it's quite ancient, because it was released back in 2006, I want to say, 2004, 2006, that general time of high grade Bandai stuff. Has pretty good size, decent articulation for like its time, but of course it does have the problem of the hands coming apart quite easily. Coming apart, yes. Then show you that. Oh, so now it works. Heat. But yeah, whenever you put that accessory in the trigger for your hand, it does have a really hard time holding together, which is all enough a problem with pretty much every single high grade figure from back in the day. But yeah, I would like to do more articulation points on this figure, but this figure is kind of fiddly because how old it is. I figured about model kit. Of course, the mono eye, because this was released during a time when mono eyes were a lot more common for like the Dom lineage. Like this is like the only Dom entire lineage that can actually move its mono eye because of model kit form, which is weird. Why? I'm not really sure. But yeah, the mono eye can obviously, let's move this. Also now it comes off. Weird. Heat saber. It moves around. You can move pretty much anywhere you can positively want it to go. Although due to how small it is hard to don't use it. You could have just removed the head out of here, which I'm trying to do, but it's kind of hard since it does kind of hurt. Because how sharp these edges are, which is why sanding is quite a popular method for market billing. Oh, that's stuck. I'll probably do that after review. But yeah, I can move around. If I can just do this right now. Oh, there you go. Yep, it moves. Yeah, I can move up and down, etc. etc. General Dom shenanigans. Just put that back on. Very nice. There. Like any sort of Dom lineage, of course you can look up and down. Which yeah, it's pretty normal for all Doms. Even though it kinda looks really weird, kinda looks talking. Which is weird. But yeah. The accessories it does come with is of course a trigger figure hand. Another trigger figure hand for this side. Which I think I do have for this little pile here. Actually, no. It did not come with an air trigger for your hand, I believe. Or I remember mistaken with the open hand, in which, of course, we create the scenes from the various games as shows that the Dom is shown in. We're going to obviously fly around with its, it's called its giant bazooka, or hyper bazooka. No, hyper bazooka is a Gundam thing. It's giant bazooka. And do some good old-fashioned destruction per se, or just Black Tri-Star shenanigans, because Black Tri-Stars are kind of a little bit of a group of psychopaths. Just trying to plug it in there was kind of hard. There we go. Yeah, you can do good old-fashioned Dom poses here. It's very cool. There it goes again. Stay. The giant bazooka can, of course, articulate in the handle, both handles in fact, which is pretty cool. And this little thing here, I'm not really sure what's supposed to be used for, but it exists. You also have a big old, I believe it's called like a beam bazooka. I might be confusing it with the beam bazooka with Desert Rommel's Duage. Might be confusing it with his Duage, but or beam bazooka, whatever. But not really sure because there's so many. The beam bazooka, of course, articulates like the normal giant bazooka. You'll also have like another fist, and just put it together because it's kind of falling apart per se. So many tiny pieces. Curse you, Bandai. Which can of course work with the beam saber. Not beam saber, heat saber. Entirely different thing. As you know, heat rod, because heat saber is an entirely different thing. Gundam logic is weird. But the heat rod is of course big, long, and also quite tall. Which makes sense because if you ever played Gundam Battle Operation 2, good god, is this thing fun to use. But besides this point, the heat rod can be taken off, even though that's not how it works in lore. But it's a thing you can probably do in case you have, like, I don't know, a upgrade kit with transparent heat rod, but make it like a heat saber rod, whatever. Customizers can do whatever hell they want with this figure because this figure is kind of very customizable. And like all accessories, it does have a small little place to plug on because that's where it was inside, or technically that's where it was in the anime. Original good old Gundam anime. There's of course a bunch of thrusters that can flare out to like replicate your favorite gaming moments from good old Gundam Battle Operation 2. And there goes his head again. I like to do some comparisons with other like Xeon mobile suits I do have around, and just put this back on here. And I also built, and I am probably gonna paint later, whatever. Have a Akai, I think it's called. My favorite Xeon mobile suit during the 1 year war. Here. The Kempfer, another sliding mobile suit, because in lore, the Dom, because how heavy it was, it has to like slide around instead of walking normally, which Kempfer can do because Kempfer is quite lightweight for a mobile suit. You know, it's quite tall, but the sad part is that the Kempfer has very low armor and of course be absolutely destroyed by your local Gundam Alex. And here's a Gizaku from, I want to say 2003, that I painted up in Gundam Origin colors and gave like a nice little cast metal texture. Yeah, there he is. I'm back. So yeah, that's all I want to say about this figure, because there's not really that much I do have to like, say about this figure, because if it was like a Duage, which probably Bandai's never gonna do, unless they're gonna do it as a good old P Bandai exclusive, because P Bandai is literally a dumping ground for everybody's favorite high mobility mobile suits. So across, trying to put this on there was quite hard. Can I do it? Holy shit, I did it. Or like good old Cowboy Man once said, the anime was so weird. But yeah, it's a pretty good model kit. I recommend it. It's quite cheap to get, although I would also recommend getting the other DOMs that exist, Dom Trouble and the Rick Dom 2. Also the good old Drazen or Jason. I would recommend getting those, but the Drazen's a little bit harder, and the Verkdom those are calling colors, also known as the Cyclops team colors. I forgot who piloted the Cyclops team one, but it exists. It's out there. It's expensive. Try to hunt it down. But yeah, that's all for this review. Like, comment, subscribe. I shall see you in the next video. So yeah, bye.